Here I am again. Can't get rid of me now. We're gonna get down to it right away. Right away. Just want to thank everybody for joining. Whether you're watching after the fact or right now. Got lots of work to do. I'm still working on these guys. Process is long. Miniature painting. And I'm at the point in time right now where, like, these are my miniatures, so they're worth a lot to me, more than probably what I would sell them for. So I'm gonna put my all into every single one of them. They're also going to be used in my game, the Natural One, which will also be live streamed. And since there's not a lot of painted miniatures and terrain and stuff that I'm seeing being streamed, a little here, a little there, you know, but most of it's all on, you know, some kind of Roll20 or something like that, or just Theater of the Mind, and all that's fine. Theater of the Mind's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with Theater of the Mind. I like that too, but I like to see the actual theater. Right, and so that's what I've done. I've kind of presented. Let's see if this thing is still active. It is not. It's not still active. Oh well. Well, I'll show you another time. You'll get to see it. It's totally cinematic looking tabletop, which I'm totally down with. So, on last night's stream, when last we left our heroic party, I was working on the highlights on this fella. Yeah. A lot of fun little metal bits going on there. The leather strap. See, there's that faint firelight from the left. As we come around to this side, that firelight on this side is a little bit brighter, so you get to see some of the colors, right, coming through of the actual materials. I like doing that. Like capturing the actual materials in the light, sandwiching those mid-tones with shadow and light, basically. Well, I did some work on him last night. Now I wanna get back to this androgynous elf. Right? I've been updating this. This is something I painted a while ago, so I'm just trying to get it. You know, I don't discriminate. Try to get him some more saturation, more contrast, better coverage, and just because I really loved the scheme on this one, I just needed to go back to it and update it with today's technology. That's me. I might have painted this year and a half ago, so chat box is free. Feel free to use it whenever, unless you're watching after the fact, in which case, you know, why'd you do that? Should have watched me live. But let's get into it. Who we got hanging out with us today? Anybody want to say hi? Want to say hi? No? Okay, so we got, so the first thing we want to do is work on that blue glow, and that blue glow is actually like a shadow space, what I refer to as a shadow space. And yeah, I highlight my shadows. So this light is being cast, this blood light. I call it blood light because this archer is a blood archer casting blood magic into their arrows. Oh, we got a visitor, and that casted light casts a shadow. And so the shadow is this blue space on the back. All right, and then of course I highlight those shadows accordingly, just to get it all to pop. Shadows don't have to be something that, you know, occludes or covers up the details of a miniature. They can be things that accent the miniature. Hey, stop it, Bigsby. I don't want you. I never wanted you. I never wanted you, Bixby. Get off my phone. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're okay, buddy. Oh man, he had a hell of a time. He had himself a sleepover last night, right? Yeah. And they had other plans. And so the sleepover, look how sad he is. So the sleepover ended. And, there, we'll bring it. And, oh, this is in the way. We'll move that out of the way. There you go. See, Mommy tried to make it all better with chocolate ice cream, as you can see by his lovely. But now he's sad, right? I think you probably don't need a nap, buddy. Sometimes after a nap, you can feel much better. Hmm? That's how it always is. As soon as I get on to do a stream. Yeah. So I got some work to do. You want to sit and watch me for a little while? Yeah. Okay, but you gotta be quiet. There's no whining on stream. Okay? Alright, no whining on stream. You can't sit on my lap, buddy. I'm gonna bring you over a chair. Okay? Do you want to get up on a high chair? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, no whining. Can't whine on stream, okay? This is a no whining space. Here, watch your toes. Watch your toes. And you can't be loud and disruptive either, okay? So you gotta be respectful. Okay? Okay. He's got such great manners. Get my cord caught up here. Oh. You're asking the wrong person. You gotta go ask Mommy if you're hungry. Mommy. Yeah, she will. Don't go that way. You'll get stuck. And just say, I'm hungry and Daddy's streaming, okay? Alright? You can always watch your belly. Go ahead and hop off. I'm protecting you so your belly doesn't get scratched with the chair. Just be careful. It's a big metal chair. It's heavy. The joys of parenting. Okay, let's get to work, guys. Before I get interrupted. Alright. Move this over here. There we go. So, where was I at? So at this point in time, I was kind of coming up with, like, I was using that phthalo green, that clear phthalo green, to sort of accent those shadows where the intersection of the torch light and the natural light was going on, basically. So you can see some of that phthalo green up here in the under the cuffs and the chest plate a little bit. I mean, it's ever so subtle, you know, but I use that to sort of also develop this shadow space, creating it more like a more unified color scheme. So it's not as colorful as I normally go. It's all good. It's all the colors. They're all represented, but all the colors. Remember, all the colors. So, and then to sort of like play into that midnight blue in this area, I figured I'd highlight with the Akata blue. So here's the clear phthalo down in that can. Bam, that's right there. And then I did a mix with this Akata blue. But what I'm going to do right now is I don't want to do a bunch of color mixing all over the place. I'm trying to clean it up. I'm trying to make it so it's not so gritty. Right now it's very gritty. And I just want to bring this into, you know, it's a little smoother on this side. So I'm going to try to get that grittiness, work that grittiness out of it. Sometimes what I do is I blast the miniature with the color first, just to get a good idea of what's going on and how the colors play with one another, and, you know, where I should go with it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, but what I want to do is I want to clean this space up a whole lot. And to do that, I don't want to do a bunch of color mixing. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get some of this clear phthalo green again, and that Akata blue, and just mix it together to kind of come up with what I should be using. And I think I might have a candidate. Indigo Blue, another Pathfinder paint. I think this is a good candidate. Right? Very good candidate. Doesn't have to be exact. I haven't used it in a while, so I'm going to give it a good shake. Good left-handed shake, if you know what I mean. Nope. So that's what I'm going to... Yeah, look at that. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. So first thing I'm going to do to sort of prep that space is I'm going to get out some of this Midnight Blue again. Midnight Blue is going to work as my black, kind of, for now. Later on, I'm going to go back with black and sort of accent those points that need even more contrast. The little crevices and bits. For now, we're going to use some of this Midnight Blue also. Just dump it right there. Over in that space. Awesome sauce. Let's clean this brush. Just using the sponge here, the wet sponge, to clean my brush. I'll have to grab a little bit of moisture on that brush, pulling off the excess. I'm just getting a little wet. Let's grab some of this Midnight Blue and get to work. So there's all kinds of stuff that needs done on here. You see how gritty it just looks super gritty right now. I don't want super gritty. So glasses have to come off. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So let's get into this a little bit more, huh? Just say. Come on. Wow, okay. It's nice to use the camera as like a magnifying glass for what needs done. You know? Move this light out of the way with my head, with my skull cap. What I'm doing is just trying to improve the contrast in between the different details, right? Got my roadmap down for what I want it to look like, but it needs to be a lot cleaner. Now, since this was an updated piece, I'm basically working with with how it was looking, right? I was working from that, and it started out gritty because of how I used to paint things. And so now I'm more about just saturate each layer the most you can, right? Let's get down in here on this arm. Just looking for areas that need cleaned up. Gritty areas, nice gritty areas that just need some love. Also, right here. Just trying to clean up my mess, you know what I mean? You gotta clean up your mess sometimes. Gotta do the dishes. Somebody told me, you'll never be successful if you don't do your dishes. If you can't do your dishes, you can't be successful. At that point in time, I said, ah, shit. I better start doing my dishes. It's true, though. It really is. Let's get some brightness in here. Just a little bit, maybe. There we go. That's a little better. I'm just trying to match on the screen what I'm seeing right here. Alright. Check out them little hairs and pores and stuff. Okay. So there's a lot of little these things are all going to have to get darkened, basically. Because there's a lot of little threads on there or whatnot that need a better, just needs to be better. So this is all getting covered. This is all getting covered. We're going to come back to it and bring it up proper, right? Sometimes you just got to take it back a notch. The old reset button. Anywhere where it needs just better coverage is what I'm attacking. And sometimes you just got to start from the bottom layer again. Just paint right over it. I painted this a year and a half ago, you know. And you practice, you pay attention, you take critique well, even from yourself, especially. Learn how to give yourself critique. You know, self-improvement. I'm really good at self-improvement, but my problem is letting go of how I used to do things to move forward with how I need to do things. I think that's an issue with most humans. You know, it's pretty typical. Again, I'm just sort of like, I'm just gonna muddle this up a little. Because that bow is really, is just dying for some better coverage, better saturation. You know, all those hair strands and everything, you know. Right there. Some of it just needs just enough to get it back in line. All right. Looking at this bow, there's all kinds of work that needs done here. Let's get in with, oh, let's go up here. Big thanks to my buddy Blame B for providing the music for me again. I'll acquire more as I do this stream. I'm just gonna cover all that up. I don't even care. So now I gotta plan. I gotta plan, people. Sometimes it's best just to sort of like put the rough draft out there, build the plan. Especially if you're not in a hurry for time. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this Grindy Glow Blue now as sort of like the mid-tone. You can get some nice, clean coverage. It's gonna look like I'm like overdoing it here with it, probably. That's because I am. Totally am. 100%. Alright. It's okay. It's okay to overdo it. Because I'm going to go back in with that clear phthalo green and build out my gradient. Like I said, flesh out that back side of the gradient, the dark side. Doesn't matter what the materials are on this side. It's all going to get the same color. That's why I like painting like this, you know. You just focus on tone and color. There's a time and place for all the natural colors to come through. This piece is not one of them. There it is. There it is. Here, I'll show you the time. It's right here. It's on this side. But as I come around, so the only area where there's like the actual colors of the miniature are really in this strip on this side. You spin this around and it's the rest of it's lighting. You throw enough lighting in there and people are gonna be like, what the crazy? This guy's nuts. But at the same time, like all you gotta, it makes it easy when you're painting all the different materials. Then, especially when all the lighting stuff is all sort of active elements. Know what I mean? Tapping off that excess. Let's get back to the bow here. Let's do the bow hand. Do that bow hand. I want to add any water to my brush. I just want straight paint at this point in time. If I need to free it up, I'll pull out some flow improver. The brush is already moist enough, actually. Sometimes I just color mix just to get an idea of what I need to do. You know? Where the color needs to be, and then I just grab that color. I go find that color. I got it somewhere, you know. Sometimes a color mix just a color mix. That happens. You know, I did some color mixing on that leather strap over the armor on this guy. This is one right here. Did a lot of color mixing on that. And then glazed over some clear phthalo. Thanks for watching. I could use some follows if you're enjoying what you're seeing, especially. Send me some love by following. If you have followed me, I don't have my I don't have the notification set up. I'm new to Twitch. Just getting my start. But I'm going to figure that out and get that set up so I can see when people follow me properly. See, that coverage looks so much better already on the areas that, I mean, if you got to start, it's got to start solid, you know. I'm having a little issue here figuring out what the heck some of these details are. Just trying to be cautious here in my approach. Really all I'm doing right now is just applying a base layer. Nothing more. So it's really important not to thin down your paints at all at this stage. You thin the paints and your coverage goes with it too. There's a time to thin your paints and there's a time not to. this is the time not to. Yeah, sometimes you just need a little bit better flow. I get you. Just trust in the load. Load that brush nice. Load it. Yeah, so we're throwing out some nice bright color right now, but we're gonna tone that back just a bit. Wiping off that excess paint or water off my brush best I can. Let's pull a point. It tastes like art. Tastes like art. All right. We'll clean up some of those lines too after the fact. Some nice edges. Trying to, anyways. Double up the layers. Try to get that coverage best you can. I'm going to use some of this midnight blue to come in here and up some of these edges. Yeah, it's coming right across here. Right across the front with that midnight blue. I'm okay with that because on this side, we're getting some more of this torchlight effect. So we're going to have some torchlight effect on the front side of that bow also. That's going to look really cool and help create depth where there's not really much depth whatsoever. That's down the line. Uh-oh, we're losing our putty grip down here. Hold on. Yeah, get smushed, buddy. Get smushed. I'll make sure I'm in camera here. In view. Just trying to clean up my mess. Man, did I make a mess with this. But sometimes that's what it takes. You know, when you're recovering from what you did in the past, it's a hell of a thing. You know, I paint so differently now than I did even a year ago. I mean, a lot of the color theory stuff was still, you know, it was in its sort of infancy at that point in time. I've learned so much since then. And to return to this piece, it's like, oh yeah, I see what I was doing wrong. You know, it's so obvious now. And oftentimes it's what everybody was saying, you know. I almost said thinking. Yeah, I can read your minds, by the way. I'm really good at reading body language. It's not reading minds. It's just like when I talk to people, I tune right in to who they are. I don't know. It's like a knack of mine. I can detect sincerity with very easily. It's a superpower. It's my superpower. Well, let's get back on camera. So now you see how that coverage is like super, just almost matte, you know, straight up. It's getting there, anyways. It's getting there. There we go. Hey, for mommy, I think she saved me. I'm with my kids all week long. Sometimes it's nice just to come down to the studio and get some work done. Trying to extend this a little bit. Textures and that kind of stuff are going to come a little bit later in the bow hand. In the bow. I'm sure that this thing is in focus here. My brush control with my injured hand. If you don't know, if you're just joining me, this happened about a month ago. Yeah, it still hurts. Actually, that hurt me. Right now, it feels like there's a hot pin getting stuck in there. It's totally phantom pain. It's not real pain. There ain't nothing really happening right there. Most of the time, I don't feel it at all. But right now, it feels like there's a hot pin going in there. So, Mr. Middlefinger has been picking up a lot of the slack. And so we're building up that muscle strength in him. Trying to get some new muscle memory. Now, before, if you think about it, when you're holding your just pick up a brush and hold it like you normally would. You're holding it with your index finger and your middle finger. So the middle finger already had some practice, you know, but his master has been beheaded. He's now Mr. Stubbs. Okay, Mr. Stubbs the monkey. I'm gonna get a little monkey puppet to put on my finger, so he can be my friend whenever I paint, right? But he's been, and then the middle finger's basically been promoted, and then so has the ring finger, because now the ring finger is up to bat. He's got to hold it, and so there's a change. You know, when the winds of change are here. I never gave up. I was painting within a week. I needed to know that I could do it, and it had to happen like early on, and that was once I knew I could do that and keep on playing guitar. I was fine. It was nothing. It's just a thing. I'm just basically waiting for the wound to heal at this point. If you'd like to see it, you can go watch my last stream. It's somewhere in there. Basically just a big giant scab. Just imagine the worst scab that you got from road rash when you're riding your bike. It looks a lot like that, basically. And it's no thing. Nothing too... I mean, yeah, I had some missing finger and all, but not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal at all. Saturating. Just cleaning this up. Yeah, I like that. I might come back a little bit more onto this side too. Hit some of this side. For sure. For sure. Don't forget to check all sides. It's a 3D piece. Sometimes you can get lost in the one dimension. You gotta spin it. You know? On this side, I don't want to clean up those lines with Midnight Blue so much as I do with my Aslanti Violet, which is somewhere. Pull him back a little bit. You can see that stark contrast between the blue. Alright, it's going to be really nice. You can come around. It's going to be super nice. Super clean. Super clean. We do need that Midnight Blue right here, though. since I did screw up. Just gonna paint over the little happy mess up here. There we go. I'm gonna be streaming a whole bunch. I am gonna make a schedule. I'm gonna stream in that schedule, and then I'm also gonna probably stream outside of that schedule. So if you see me pop up on your notifications, stop by, man. Or woman. I am hungry for interaction with my peers and other people in the community. I'm so over Facebook being my means of connecting with people. You know? It's just, right now it's just not a good place to be. Not a very positive atmosphere. I think I noticed that my anxiety is worse when I was actively on Facebook. And I don't need that in my life. So I'm just trying to, I want to be part of a community. I want to talk with other hobbyists. It's what I like to do. So that's what I want to be around. This is what makes me happy. Finally at a point where like everything's sort of like coming together all at once. I'm ready to break out. Just throwing down a layer there. A lot of sections on this bow. Stuff going on this dang bow. Just trying to give it some good coverage though. But nice solid color in this right now. That's what a good base layer is. Just good solid color. It's the first thing most of us learn whenever we're miniature painting. You know what I mean? Paint in the lines. Good solid color. Everybody that's painting miniatures right now either should be working on this or have already done this. They can do this. I'm going to show you how easy it is with the Reaper Clear paints. Go in and then add the tone. All right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. Very much so. Here we are. Something's happening here. Something's happening. What is this? This is where what I thought was two different things. This is not two different things at all. When I was painting this, I was probably wearing my glasses still. My eyesight just keeps on getting better and better for some reason. I mean, I guess the optometrist tells me That is a completely natural thing for a person of my age with my kind of astigmatism and yada yada yada. I just noticed I can see those details so much clearer when I'm using my real damn eyes. And God, is that nice? It's nice just taking off your glasses and seeing things for what they are with your real eyes. Right? You see there's a little bit of mess there I'm gonna clean up. Just cleaning the brush with the sponge, wiping off the excess moisture. My fingers, pinching out that moisture. There's a little nip there that's bothering me. This is bothering me too, because this is another strap. I'm just gonna make sure that careful there. The sculptor took the time to put the details in. I'm gonna take the time to paint them. You know, that's kind of the whole point of my saturated shadows. You can't get a good lighting effect if you don't provide a shadow on the other side. Something to contrast. It could be another lighting effect. It could be natural light. It could be, whatever thing you want to do. But if you don't provide that opposing space from the light source with something, if it's just all dark, all those details are going to be lost. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a travesty. It's a crime to do such a thing. The sculptor took the time to sculpt it. You bought the miniature for a reason, right? You got that thing for a reason. It's because of what the sculptor did. It spoke to you in some fashion, and so I really feel it's up to you to give that investment and your time and their time into the miniature. I was tutoring a Japanese kid and from my Calc 2 class way back when. Something he said to me is all like stuck with me afterwards. You know, the Eastern cultures, they have a lot more like built-in honor system going on, and for instance, some Chinese people also very similar in that respect. It's things that we just I think take for granted in the Western world, our fast lives and self-image. Um, but he said to me that because he was teaching me how to use chopsticks, right? So I really learned how to use chopsticks. I taught him Calc 2 and he taught me chopsticks. It's a good trade because I love eating with chopsticks. Um, Even if it is crappy Chinese buffet sometimes. Not now. But he said that his father would make him pick up every grain of rice with chopsticks. He had to learn how to eat the rice with the chopsticks, and at the end, his father would make him pick up every grain of rice with the chopsticks. Because down the street, a farmer picked every grain of rice, so that at some point in time, it could get there in front of you, so it can go into your body and provide you nourishment. And that whole entropic path, happens all throughout the world, and miniatures aren't excluded from that sort of same thing, at least in my eyes. So, it doesn't mean that every miniature has to be display level. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Just saying that to your best ability, you should present it, with all that in mind. And think about the path in which it took to get to you, to provide you with, maybe it's comfort, relaxation, time away from the missus and kids. The awesome games you'll play with it. The competitions you'll win with it. It started with somebody else. It didn't start with you. Did it again. Did it again. That's where I'm at, man. That is where I'm at. I can't help but be there. I really can't. It's just who I am. And I don't care if you're not that way. It's just everybody. The world's full of different people. I get that. But respect where respect is due. You know what I mean? Respect the whole entropic path. Trying to see. It's really, really hard. Let's get in on this. Maybe it'll help me. It's really hard for me to see the super small details here. I know you're trying. Come on, try harder. There. Right around that. What is going on right there? Number one. Clean that up a little bit. Right here. There's a bunch. These are like a bunch. There we go. Better coverage. You know, the rest of the miniature looks like crap from, well, at least on this side. You know, but at least you get to see what's going on. Do some real strokes. Right here. Right in this region. Right in there. And then probably up into the hair as well. And then I'll go over that with the phthalo. But let's keep on working on this bow right here. This really is helping pick out a lot of details that I didn't realize were there. Okay. Starting to get there. Seems strange just to go and just glaze over it all, but I mean, I'm going to be pretty selective at this point in time. Come on there. Come on. You dummy. You dummy Cammy. You dummy Cam. There we go. Just want to thank you guys for joining me. If you're joining me, awesome. Say hi. Little bite. I know you're probably like, man, if I say hi, he'll probably just stop painting. Yeah, that's true. I might. You best just keep your mouth shut. Oh, okay. I kind of want to take off my second pair of glasses so I can see even better. Boy, there's those details are hard to get to. Let's grab this side. This is probably the hardest part. Just getting that tone in, getting that saturation in cleanly, right? Okay. Careful there. Myself a nice clean brush. Just gonna wipe away some of that excess. Little screw up there. Just massage it out. Awesome. Awesome phantom finger paint right now. I find that painting the miniatures helps me actually ignore it. But anytime, sometimes whenever I think about having to use my finger for something, I'll get the pains. You know? Man, it's hard to get in there with those lines. Sure is. It's totally necessary though. I know we can try to flub it a little bit, but usually that's pretty noticeable when you flub it. Just remember, if I can do this without using my main old, without Mr. Stubbs, you can do it with. Can't do it, well then, there might not be any hope for either of us. No pressure. No pressure. All right. Some nice flow on the brush. We're nice and loaded. Oi. So what I could do is layer in the first one. First off, let me get up here. There we go. Go back. Layer, layer, layer. Dab, dab, dab. Dab that paint right into those bristles. But we don't want any globs either. No globs. No globs on your brush. So I don't care if this first one doesn't cover, or I mean, I care if it covers, but I'd rather it cover and paint over the next bit than, yeah. Okay. I got something to work with. Get rid of that. Close enough. Close enough. We'll go in here with our Grinning Glow Blue. Tap, tap, tap. We are. That's a nice one. Not liking how sloppy this one is right here. Better coverage. This piece got a big upgrade. I've been updating some of the other ones too, but I just really enjoy this one. I don't mind taking some extra time on it. I really enjoy the color scheme. I thought that going back and checking it out again is going to make it all that better, all that much better. Oh yeah, there can be some of those highlights back up in there, because that makes more sense now. I'm crazy. I'm crazy like that. God, there's a lot to do. Gonna have to be more on that too. Okay. One more little bit here to do. This little strap. It's got 3 lines on it. Blech. Oh, I take it back. I got a couple. Got a couple. There's this guy. I probably should have did this first. That works. Okay. Oi. We're gonna make it 2 lines, I think. Back in for that midnight blue. Use it to clean things up here. There we go. Okay. So let me show you what next. Well, first, wait a second. I got a couple other things. There we go. And then on this side too. Oi. This is midnight blue. Just what the heck is going on right there? That was unnecessary. There's an unnecessary little bit of trash right there. Yeah. More midnight blue. Take all the care in the world to make sure every bit of shadow and light that's supposed to be there is where it's at. And that way, when it comes time to give it an old spin, everything is going to look like it should from all directions. Right? It should. If you do things right, it should. Which is why These little things are going to get this right here. There we go. Having a nice dark line in between your different light sources is always acceptable. Depending on the light, obviously, but more often than not. A little bit of moisture there. Okay. Now, make sure we got everything, all the coverage where it's supposed to be. Really important for the next layer. Really important that all of these are very matte looking at those bits. That way we can get to the punchline. The punchline is get on a bigger brush. All right. Yay. Phthalo green. Clear phthalo green. There's just so much going on, and there's so much flow and everything going on in this miniature. Hard to sort it all out. Make it all look pretty. Especially with all the crazy light shit going on. I'm a nutty guy. I'm a wild and nutty guy. Right after this, I'm gonna have to take I probably should take a pee break right now. Or pee breaks, and that's what I'm gonna do. Let's take a look. Next up, throw him out because he helps the camera. Be right back. Sorry about that. We had a phone call there. And a phone call.
I am eating some yummy fish.
Gummy fish. Some Swedish fish. There you go. We're just gonna make these go away. Okay? Careful, you're gonna fall off. You want to share the last one? There you go, buddy. You want the wait? You want the head or the tail? You already eaten the head. Okay. Well, just grab that clear phthalo green. I'm gonna go on here. Let's get some more. More. I don't have to worry about the details so much now. Now it's just about the tone. Here's the tone. Definitely don't be wiping it off though. Some of this we need some help. So we're gonna go grab some of that midnight blue. Let's get this side started a little bit better. There we go. 1, 2. There's still plenty of room for highlights on this. And highlights is where we're going to throw in some more textures. There we go. Muddied it up a bit. Just gonna unmuddy it. Just gonna unmuddy it. Just like that. Okay. All the colors. Oh man, I see something happening here. I feel like the light's not giving you the same show as me. It's close. It's really close. It looks a little bright on there. So let's see if we can take this down. Even right here. How about right here? It's close. It's just not. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Minicam. There you are. Filters. That's better. It's getting there. That's a little better. That's closer. That's a better approximation. I mean, but these things are really green. That's all gonna have to flow more. I'm gonna have to do more of that stuff. So I have to come down here and add some. Like I said, I gotta go in there and get on those textures with the Akata blue. At the same time, I'm just gonna come over here with that Grinny Glow. Just help those blends along there now. Ugh. Just painting so messily. I'm messily painting. It'd just be easier just to cover it up. There we go. Just joining us for the first time. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I need them follows. We're so close now to getting affiliate. My first week. I'd love to make affiliate in the first week. Got plans. Boom. I'm just trying to highlight with that mid-tone. That Grinny Glow blue there. A little bit. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. There we go. Get some of this. These guys. We'll have to get some of these little nibbies back here. With that clear green phthalo. Phthalo green, whatever it is. Yeah, you could say, well, why didn't you just use that color and then layer on the Kata blue over? Well, could have done that. There's not one way to paint a miniature, folks. Like always. That one's gonna get changed anyway, so I probably should just stop messing with it. The light source is right here, so that thing should be straight up pink right there. And it is not. It is not. Okay. Next up. Let's change the materials some, right? So some of the material changes are going to be in the textures, but some also have to be in the colors, because not everything's the same color, so it's not all going to be affected the same. And it'll also help further contrast between different elements. So this, you're going to think I'm crazy here, but I'm just going to take this clear green phthalo, and on these things I'm just going to straight up cover them. Nice and good. What that's going to do is just sort of like separate that. It's going to say, hey, these things are different than the rest of the bow. Right? Just slightly. These things are not like the bow. It's close. It all has the same thing, but they're different. So treat them as such, basically. It's the idea. And then when we go back in, it will get highlighted differently. Just a lot of work to do in the hair. The hair is going to be a mess. A mess, I'm telling you. What can I do, though, you know? What can I do? Alright. So now... Oi. A lot of time spent just on the bow. Haven't even got the rest of the back done. A lot of time spent on that. Let's go get that Akata blue. Start our highlight process. On the bow. Grab a little bit more. Okay. Now, a nice big glob of it. That'll load your brush. My goodness. Brush is loaded. Right? Brush is loaded. You gave me a follow, thank you. You're awesome. Alright. I'll probably even stream later today. I'm working. If I'm working, I'll probably be streaming. I ain't gonna lie. I want to play some games too. I want to play some Natural One. All right. Just straight kind of blue. Looks almost white next to it, but it's not. Colors do that, man. Whatever they're next to, they start speaking the same language. You know what I mean? Or they start. It depends. You know, or they start speaking different languages. They just they have their own voices, and sometimes they have their own choruses too. When they're all together. And some of that has to do with the tone and all of that. That was messily done, so we're going to go ahead and get a clean brush and try to salvage it. Find it harder to salvage screw-ups whenever I'm using flow improver. Something in it. There's no flow improver in this, so I'm happy about that. At this point in time, though, I'm just more into getting those highlights in there, so that's what I'm using the Akata Blue. I know it's going to show up like a white, almost. It is not. But that's okay. That's okay. Little dot on that. Unnecessary. You're having trouble figuring out where to highlight. Look at how the lights are glinting off of the miniature itself. It'll help you find that space. You know? A lot of extra work to only for it to look marginally better. I guess it looks a hell of a lot more saturated, and the coverage is so much better on it now. You know? For real. For real, though. Okay. Now, let's get out this 5-0 liner. We're gonna need some flow improver. We are gonna get a, oh, you jerk, David. What a jerk. Did not clean that brush well. I'm such a jerk to myself, you know that? That's how much tastier than paint. Yeah, I shake the flow improver, just in case it's not flowy. Just put some right here. Yeah, it's down there, out of the way. That way it doesn't mix with my colors if it starts moving around the palette. I need this flow improver. I'm just going to load it right into the brush. Go grab some paint. Another tap. Just trying to work that in there. Okay. So, I don't often thin my highlights. I don't like to, necessarily. Unless I'm making a nice stroke with it. If I need to do a nice stroke, I just want to get it to, you know? Yeah. Could translate a little bit better. Okay, strokey. Not a lot of room to be doing all this fun stuff. This little bow. Okay. So there's that. Now what do we need to do? Let's grab that Azulani violet. Don't try to open it with your gimpy finger. If you too have a gimpy finger, we can be gimpy finger friends. Sneak that right, Mr. Stubb. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm nutty. I'm a nutty guy. So what did I do that for? My goodness, whatever could I need? Some flow improver. And some Azulani violet for. Whatever. Making a little glaze. Just going along that border. In between that Grindy Glow Blue and the Blood Magic OSL. With some straight Azulani violet, because you are going to get changed. You as well. Nice. Also, I'm searching for better coverage in this region. So wherever I see it's faulty, I don't care, I'll go right over it. Just barrel right over it. And also I like how it interacts with that Grindy Glow Blue. I'm just not too afraid of that interaction. I'm gonna go grab some of that mix that I had with the flow improver. Just like so. So on this side, I'm gonna flip her around. This has actually been a more difficult piece to get nice and cleaned up because I've already painted on it. It might have been easier to start fresh, but hell, if I'm gonna do that, I'm insane. So there's no way that's gonna happen. Zero chance. Zero chance. Alright, now let's inspect some other things here. Namely, where I need to better the coverage from this area. Why did you tell me it wasn't in view? Okay. What's that there? Why it's there? But it too is going to have to go. Yeah. So what's going on there? It's going to be cool. Something really cool is going on. If I could just clean it up. Switch back over to the small brush. Look at that. I don't know, green, that little spot right there needs to go. Okay. I'm gonna try to get Blaine B to come on and provide some live music for us at some point. Wonder if he'd be down. I think that'd be great. Simply fantastic. There we go. Great care is taken for all the colors to go in all the right spots. The light source is coming this way, it's going to hit that. And this purple is the sort of darkest color of the light source, if you can think about it that way. Right? Tonally. Tonally, dude. It's totally. I'm just gonna clean up, cover up any big messes. Make no sense in not doing that. Again, light source is coming from this way. A little bit. We're gonna clean that up though, because that was unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. There we go. Clean it up. All those colors down there. Love them, love them, love them, love them. I almost kind of just want to. A lot of this area is a little messy for my liking. A lot of it is. A lot of it is a little out of focus too. No sense in going all over it. Just need it in all the right spots. Need it on camera too, it helps. Helps when it's on camera. All the colors. Don't be afraid of them. They're your friends. You can get away with all the colors if, you know, they're not really used in painting the details, so to speak, but painting the tones, you know. This needs cleaned up around the hand there. Excuse me. Okay, now this side. There. Yeah. Yep. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got colors on my mini. Where else? Where else do we need to marry some stuff together with this Azulani violet? There's all kinds of other places here. You know? Down here. Down under here. I'm using it to create smoothness. Contrast where it's necessary. Let's do this right here. This will be fun. Watch this. Little Bob Ross sound. Hella sweet. It is hella sweet. It's getting there. Okay. Wow, it's looking sick. It's gonna look even sicker when it's all nice and done. Where are we going next with it? Where are we going next with it, huh? Before I get squirreled away. Where are we going next with it? I almost got squirreled away, actually. We're not going. There's no next. More is Lonnie Violet. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, move it like this. Get a little better depth there. Get away from the computer or the camera. We need some love down here. Lonnie Violet. There we go. Get some more right here. Trying to improve the coverage in all the right spots. You'll know where if you just trust your eyes and your heart. I do a light source. I do a light source in multi levels, like torchlight. You have deep reds into oranges into yellows into almost the white light, depending on whatever it is. But maybe you wanted some kind of eerie Greek fire, so instead I would do like a nice, like, oh god, maybe even into like a forest green, in the deep colors, and then maybe it would go into maybe like a lime, go that way, and then into the highlights, the just straight up yellow highlights, and that's a different kind of light. Well, paint light the same way, right? Purples, and then I have another one that's like violet into purple, and so violet into purple into pink, and then hell, there's different ways we can go, but I'm gonna go into this lighter pink. So that's that light source that I'm working with, right? But you could change this out. Instead of going this right here, do this. That's something else. That's a whole nother thing. It's also awesome. You know? But play around with it, is what I'm saying. And they don't have to totally flow like that. You can have a light source that goes like this, right? And then maybe the next color is this, and then this. Or hell, just throw this in there in between. This is sexy also. Let me show you. It's right here. Right? Like the full range from shadow into light. That's what it's doing. The shadows to light. Start mixing and matching. Maybe it didn't do this. Maybe it was this way. Mix and match. Go crazy. You know? Maybe it was this. Maybe we're doing this. There's no wrong way. Right? The only wrong way is you don't do this. Not because of the colors so much as this one is going to read tonally darker than this one. So you want to go tonally dark to tonally light, regardless of the color. That's really the only rule you got to follow. It makes me want to use that yellow, though. It certainly does. It certainly does. God, that would be pretty wicked. But I like that Valentine light. Sounds lame to call it that. You know? But I like it. I do. I certainly do. Just joining us. Thank you for joining us, man. Or woman. Whoever you are. You are a beautiful, unique creation on this earth. Don't ever let anybody tell you different. At the same time, we're all dust. Don't ever let anybody tell you different. That's what I wrestle with. That's my existential dread. I am nothing. I am something. I am nothing. I am nothing and something all at the same time. Okay. Hmm. Okay, there's all kinds of fun stuff going on there. Let's go down into the leg here and sort this stuff out. Lots of details down there in that leg that needs sorted out with some of the Azlani Violet. I'm using that Azlani Violet the same way I was using that Midnight Blue. To distinguish details, help distinguish details. You know? Cleaning things up. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some more out though. You like what you're seeing? Give me a follow. I'm on my way to affiliate. You're gonna want to do that because at some point in time, you just save yourself some time. You're gonna have to do it in the future anyways. You'd be like, wow, I really like this guy. He's a nice guy. Why did I do this sooner? Think out all the things I missed. Okay, that's fine. I understand. I do not have my notifications set up yet for follows. So if that happens, I apologize for not saying thank you on the spot, but I'm perpetually thankful. You haven't caught on yet for a lot of things. I'm thankful for 9.5 fingers. Oh, 9.5 of them. Grabbing the blue. Thought I was. The midnight blue. What'd you do? Are you people talking, or am I just have this thing set up wrong? Holy crap. Why is this not... You are talking. There it is. Holy crap. Sorry about all... I missed all of that stuff. I missed all of it. I gotta check to make sure that stuff is updating properly. Hey, Mad Mike Miniatures and Steiner Miniatures. Oh, wow. Man, I'm sorry I missed everything. So, for some reason, I can't figure out why that doesn't update properly. Whatever. Whatever. We got it sorted now. Oh! Hello! I bet by this point in time, you guys are all watching Brush for Hire. That guy's killer. Him and, oh shoot, who is he having on? Who was that? Can't remember. Cannot for the life of me remember. Also, thanks for the lurk, New Way. In case I didn't say that. Which I didn't, because my thing was not updating. It happened the other day, too. I went back and checked on it just to make sure. There we go. Okay. There's not going to be a lot of purple in the hair, actually. It just won't be there. Or, I'm sorry, Aslani Violet. In this case. Down here, a little bit. There we go. So happy to see so many people join me. I'm so sad that my technical prowess has made... I failed you all. I feel like I failed you all. This is something else right here. It's something else. Something else entirely going on. I'm liking it. Whatever it is, I'm liking it. I like it, like it, like it, like it. Like it, like it, like it, like it. What are we gonna do though? Yeah, we got so much more. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? We need cover. We need good cover in here. We need depth in the hair. Let's attack that hair. Let's just get going on it. Or should we? There's more to do on the bow too. There's definitely more to do on the bow. So let's just stick with the bow. Let's stick with the bow. Let's not fight the squirrely nature inside of you. That means that after this Lonnie Violet is purple. Oftentimes it's like I keep, you go over and over, fix and tweak and yada 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 yada. And I mean, it's not that I treat every piece like a competition piece. I have a problem where, I always have to sort of like do better than I did before. It's not a problem per se, but I can't help. I can't help it. So I can never be happy. Basically. End of that story is I can never be happy. Never be content. So with every miniature it becomes more and more difficult. Because I have to outdo myself the last time. It's not a great way to be, but self-improvement. Put up some of this. Yeah. Okay. So now, the real question is, we gotta clean that stuff up. What's the best way to do that? Slow, steady process. I'm not doing a lot of paint mixing. I'm not doing a lot of blending here. It's more about just like layering one color on top of another. There we go. I see there's some details I'm just muddling over right there on the hand. Let me show you. I know you can't see it right there. When I paint light and shadows, I often get lost in the details. There you go, you can see it right there. So I'm going to use this Lonnie Violet to sort of separate those details. There you go. Okay. Ooh. boop. Just gonna grab some more. Get on the camera there. Oh, look at all those wonderful colors in the armor. Holy crap. Holy crap. Once I fix the skin tone, it's going to be beautiful. You can see the coverage is getting a hell of a lot better with everything, too. That's what it's more about that than anything. This thing looks like it's covered this close. You know? Then it's going to look just grand from at a distance. Just grand. From a distance. Don't get sued now, David. A lot of Nazis out there these days, you know? I mean fascists, sorry. I don't mean to get political or anything, but pretty much on all sides of the fence. Going on Facebook Live, and I was gonna just basically host some play some music while I painted, and I played something that was like 50 some years old, and or 60 years old or something like that, 50 or 60 years old, and never hear the light of day, really, if I didn't play it. Most the people never heard it if I didn't play it. Man, that was totally unallowed. Not allowed. You can't just be doing that kind of stuff. And I got to think, I'm like, why? If they can recognize that it is intellectual property, the music, why can't they just throw some ads in automatically and send the record company some money for me playing it? Right? Why can't that be a thing? Why do I need permission exactly to play music to the public? That's what I just. Because it's somebody else's shit. Yeah, I understand the idea. I really do. I really get that. You know? But to me, it's just like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why. Could be so much easier. There's more to do here. There's a lot more to do. Around that bow. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of feel like I have to go down this angle, in which case I will zoom the hell out. You can zoom all the way in. Let's just zoom all the way in. It's absurd. Let's not do that. Okay. The halo. The halo. Yeah, it's not a good angle. There we go. There we go. You didn't get to see a bit of that. All the fucking colors, so wonderful. All these fucking colors make my life so meaningful. La di da di da di da. Oh, intermission there. You, sir, are a little messy. So you were dead to me. Dead to me, I say. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. All right. Coverage. Cover it. There we go. That's right. That's right. Ooh, got a guest coming back. This thing. Let's do this too.
Dad.
What up, yo?
When you're done streaming, can you take a look at my monster trapper?
Oh, in Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to.
It uses water.
Yeah?
Yeah. And there's one more here's all it might use.
Is this one of your redstone machines?
No. It's one of my water machines.
Hmm?
It's one of my water
Oh, don't bring the controller down here.
Yeah.
I don't want the controllers to get lost or
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah, I know, but it's one of my water machines
Oh.
that I haven't made before.
I see. So it's a new machine, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fun.
I will check it out, but I'm not quite done yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
You're almost done?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, unless I get rated by 1 billion people. I'm probably gonna be done.
You done?
Not yet.
Almost. done.
Almost. You feel better now?
Yeah.
Good.
Better, but I still really want to go back there for a game that you could put a Muppet on one of those guys' hands.
A Muppet?
Yeah.
You mean a puppet?
Yeah.
Puppet or a Muppet?
It's like a puppet.
Yeah.
And it will say the same thing as you.
Oh, neat.
If you say it to the iPad, it would definitely say it.
And then it just repeats back?
Yeah.
That's fun. So you got to play all kinds of new stuff, huh?
Yeah.
And that's why you got really sad, is in case you won't be able to play it now.
I'm gonna turn this all the way on.
No.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Think so?
I said thank you, though. Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, a little bit later, okay? You're so smart. Dude made a redstone engine that auto-generates chickens. And another one that auto-generates wolves and then funnels them into the same space to collect eggs and chicken. He's 5 years old. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. You know what? I almost don't want to use the Milani Rose in the highlight. I almost want to use a yellow. I think it would sing better. The whole thing. It would marry it all together. I think a Milani Rose in this blood effect, this blood magic effect, is it's nice and all, but it's almost too contrasty. It's too different. And I want to bring it all together. Seriously. So we got the golden blonde in this highlight. I'd like to get some golden blonde in this highlight. And I'm not even opposed to some golden blonde in this one on the back. And I think all of that together would pull it all. It just would marry it all together, you know? But first things first, we got some blush pink. And that blush pink has kind of a yellowy tinge to it a little bit, you know? And so, for me, I feel like it just makes sense. Just being extra careful here. I feel like I already painted these, and I did. But here's the thing I'm learning, is that if you just don't take your time, you rush through things, might as well just start over and do it again. If you want to save yourself some time, you just do it right the first time. So now it's more clean. Okay. Seeing something else that needs to go on there. There's that collar. And it just was very messy with. I'll clean that up before it sets. Just easier just to take it away. Take it away. Okay. Let's try and get in there. It's okay. Now, Lonnie Violet, I'm just gonna cover up that spot. Could really even be brighter right there too. Just a little bit. Really important to try to read the details before you paint. Otherwise, you just might make yourself take some extra time. You know. Yeah. There's a part on right here that's bothering me. A little bit. I think we're gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be okay. So I don't want to highlight from here down. I highlight from here and then fade out this way. Just like that. Looking good. Put that. Okay, so you okay, Nelly? What's going on? Is mommy stuck in the well again? You okay, girl? She just came down here with a vengeance. What's going on, girl? You okay, girl? What's wrong? Edmund, everything okay upstairs? What's mommy doing? Can you go check on her? You okay, Nelly? Huh? Oh, I see. You were digging. You were digging. She got a little brown nose. Yeah, she's a black lab with a brown nose. Yes. Hold on, girl. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What are you excited about? Come here. What? No. No mouth. No mouth. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. Come over here. Come here. We're gonna turn our palette cam into a puppet cam. Come here. Look at, she's going crazy. She's going crazy. Aren't you, Nelly? Aren't you, Nelly? What are you doing? You're doing something. You're gonna have to make me set up a puppet cam. Alright, well, this thing's just about, you know, we're just about there with it. You know? Just need a little bit more highlights. A little more highlights in there, and we'll be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just cover this up. I am gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it over to a golden blonde. It's just gonna be a lot more dynamic looking. You know, get down there. Yeah, a lot more dynamic looking. Then what I'm gonna do is in the video for the YouTube, and take an intermission. I think I'm just gonna keep going today. Let's see. I'm gonna go gauge the family. They can't fend for themselves sometimes. So it might be required that I go do something to feed them. In which case, I'll be back tonight. Okie dokie. Sound good? How will you be as messy as possible? I don't give myself enough credit. I'm working with a gimp paw here, you know? Like kind of a gimped up paw. I should be more patient with myself. But I am not. Okay. Something's going on down there. Oh, Nelly. What's going on? What you crying for? What you want? What you want, whiny bones? Hmm? I want you, Daddy. I want you. Okay. Now, I'm gonna come on this side. Blush pink. Blush pink. Okay, and then on this side, I'm going to turn it around, hang her upside down, it. Just letting the curvature of the miniature paint itself there. Finding it hard to get back under there. Grabbing that Arc Lord purple. Okay. Now, okay. On the back side, again, just like the other side, I'm going to taper it off. Need some Arc Lord purple again. get a good angle on this thing. Let's get a stroke on. Let's get a stroke on, guys. There we go. What happened there? Clean it up. Clean it up. Let's let that one be. There we go. Lots of blush pink going on in there, so let's get some more. Why not? Why not? Down here, right here, there, and there. Now some up here. Let me go this way. Take off that excess. There's a lot of paint on that brush. There we go. There we go. Now the other side, it needs some love too. It needs some lighting love. Uh-oh. Phone call. All right. Go ahead and say something.
I told you.
Yay! Yeah, it's picking you up. So Paint Monkey Justin joined me on the phone. He's calling me on the phone. I figured, what the fuck? Why not just unmute the microphone and
What's their first time caller?
hilarious.
No audio, no visual. So tell me what you're painting.
All right, yeah. I'm still working on that blood the blood archer.
Archer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that thing was just like. Can I have to interrupt you for a second because one of the reasons why I called you, because not thinking you were streaming, was I wanted to ask you, I mean, you take a drow, dark elf, you know, which I think is what that was.
Kinda, yeah.
You wrap it in such beautiful purplish, shadow tones. And like, how do you make sure that the drow elf or the dark elf nature of it doesn't really get obscured or blanketed by these really rich other purple tones that you have there as well? Like, and you accomplish that so well.
Oh, thank you.
I was kind of curious to know how you keep those separate, but if you don't try to knock it out.
Yeah, I mean, each space to themselves, basically. You know, that's the main thing. Okay, keep those space you know, they just kind of like they work together, but at the same time, you know. But it's even more ridiculous now. I don't know if you caught it in the last one. It's really, there's a lot of some nice contrast on the back side with some nice blue tones. So it's really got a good spin to it now. It sure does.
Cool, man.
It sure does. I'm pretty happy with the direction it's going. I basically got to clean up the hair, clean up a couple things here, and then I'm gonna basically move on with my life. I'll call her updated. Him, it, yeah, damn androgynous.
Yeah.
Things I don't know.
Now, and then I saw the update picture on your robe, and you've been working on these last couple episodes too. And
oh yeah, I did that last night.
You shifted away from chromaticism, and you kind of went more towards your.
Still very chromatic. It just looks chromatic when you get up close to it. And when you pull it away, that chromaticism sort of falls to the back side of things. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's still very much a chromatic looking thing. So last night's stream I had that going on. I was working on him, and I was also updating or like doing all the highlights on the non-metal metal on the shadowed side.
Yeah. Very yellow blue tones.
Yeah.
I love what you did with the base on it. You know, just how you. I think it was like a wood base or a wood flooring, and just the way that you.
Oh yeah.
You translated those tones into the
Careful, watch your head.
Really cool as well.
Yeah, thank you.
That's all really cool stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm glad to hear that your move is happening. Well, I don't know. You said it's kind of hectic, huh?
Well, yeah. So
where do you guys got a combined thing? So where do you put everything? You know.
Well, I storage locker, so that makes it easy. But
I'm
just trying to beat the buzzer before I get recalled back to work, which is officially happening not this week but next week.
Oh shit.
You know? So I'm trying to beat that buzzer, and then I've been doing a lot of it by myself. So the other day I'm carrying out this giant dresser by myself, and
oh god,
I accidentally hyperextended my knee. And I kind of fell backwards, and the whole dresser came and fell on top of me. You know?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Take it easy, dude. My goodness.
My
Also, Also, my condolences on having to go back to work.
Yeah, you know, it's weird,
Justin,
like,
Paint Monkey Justin here has been getting paid, sitting at home.
hey, 7 months.
7 months. 7th month paid vacation.
You know what though?
You better be careful, you're gonna fall off there, okay?
Yeah.
No, you get down.
Now it looks.
Nelly, stop. Stop. No mouth.
I have something in the mouth.
Drop it. Nelly, drop. Nelly, drop. My goodness. My circus life. Hey.
What's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
That's Justin. You remember Justin.
Justin?
He's talking to you. I don't know if you can hear him or not.
Oh, I can barely hear him in the background.
He can't hear you really, okay?
Justin?
Tell him I say hi.
He hears you.
Do you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit better. How are you doing?
Good.
Good, good. You helping your dad paint a little bit?
No, not really. But
A little bit?
we do have a surprise here. It's called Nelly Attack.
I didn't hear any of that.
It's called Nelly Attack. We got a surprise here. It's called Nelly Attack. But we're not teaching Nelly to attack, right?
Yeah. But we do have a dog and
Eddie, when people talk, it's time to be quiet and listen to what they have to say.
yeah.
No, yeah. So what'd you say, Justin?
No, I was just making a joke. I said, what are the stats of a Nelly? What a Nelly attack? Is it 2d8, 2d10?
For a full-blown bite attack would be I would consider her size. Oh shit. Nelly, you are a moose. Get out of here.
What?
Well, she knocked this over.
What?
You're a moose. Get out of here, you moose.
What? What?
Get out of here, you moose.
What?
She would be size 2. Shh.
Martial weapon.
It would be a D8. It'd be a D8. Yeah. D8 plus 1 with a penetration of 2.
Yeah,
Share this.
that's funny.
Go ahead.
You know, we need to. When was the last time you streamed or did a Nat 1 demo game at all?
Yeah, I know. Don't remind me. So here's my question: is well, how far from work are you now? Since you're down there.
It's only about a 10-minute difference.
Oh,
10
okay.
more minutes.
10 more minutes.
So it's nothing that breaks my back.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
now that you guys are all living in the same house, I'm definitely concerned that your free time is gonna go like way down, especially going back to work and all this.
Well, the work, yeah, that's gonna be the one that I can't negotiate around. But the free time around the house, you know, we've been having some very positive conversations that, like, you know, her and I are two, you know, independent people. As much as we like being together, we
Mm-hmm.
we'll spend a lot of time together. You know, she's like, you know, there's sometimes where I just kind of want to, you know, be on the phone or doing some other things. Like, yeah, I want to go and paint and play guitar or whatever, you know. So, you know, so I think it's just gonna be.
That'll be good.
I think it's more the work thing is gonna be so much.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, you're not like gonna be there 80 hours a week, right? I mean, it's.
Well, 40, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I mean, you go from not going to work to working, and you know, it eats up time, you know.
Sure.
So.
Absolutely.
But you know, I don't know if you have any availability this upcoming week at all, but I'd love to try and do like a Nat 1 demo or game. If at the very least, a solo run, or if you could
Sure.
people, well, that'd be a lot of fun, you know.
So let me talk to you about some ideas that I have with that, in the Nat 1 game in general. is when I start getting a nice active chat box. One of the things that they do on Twitch here is they have ways in which people can throw tips at you.
Yeah.
Both from being earned from watching ads and other things, right? But usually you can give them something for those tips. And so the idea is that I would have one character that'll be played by the chat window, and we'll use polls to determine the course of the chat. So the whole chat box can then vote on different actions and stuff for that character.
Right.
And then yeah, it'll basically allows them to play along too, not just watch, but to play along as well.
Absolutely. I think that'd be a lot of fun,
Yeah, and nobody's doing anything like that as far as I know.
Yeah, I talked about that on the side. As far as facilitating that goes, I'd be more willing to help you.
Oh yeah, I mean, part of it's going to have to be a moderator helping with that,
right.
Because I won't,
I've often talked about the weight that comes along with being the DM, and I sympathize with your position in the sense that if you are.
I'm good at wearing multiple hats.
Yeah, but you the content master in terms of knowing the system, right? I think I'm telling you the system pretty well, but you have everyone beat when it comes to knowing your system,
Mm-hmm.
So you're the content master. You're also the channel host. The painting on top of that, it's a lot of weight, man.
Yes, I actually found that for you, Eddie, and you can go put that so you can use it with all your other, so you can use it with school, okay? Yeah, there's all kinds of good stuff in there. Oh my god, this is gonna look sick when I add the final golden ball and highlights. It's gonna look so sick. What's that?
Speaking of, by the way, did you see that Reaper is retiring like 30-some paints?
I did see that. I didn't read which ones. Was Golden Blonde in there?
It was not, thank God. The whole entire time I'm reading that list, I'm like, man, David's going to be completely shit up a creek, if they retire Golden Blonde,
They better not. I'll yell at them. I'll get them to pull it out.
But there's a couple colors that I won't miss, but there's a couple I don't own yet.
I just blasted out a bunch of Golden Blonde on accident, damn it.
No. It kind of makes me wonder, though, because as far as Reaper's paint line goes, this is not criticism at all. If anything, it's a little bit of confusion. It's like, originally they had the HD paint line, and then they went to the Master Series paint line, and then they created Bones, and then obviously then they created Pathfinder paint line. So it's like, I'm trying to understand, like, where their interest or where their investment lays in it. Are they really focusing on just transitioning away from Master Series? Is going all?
No, I think they're I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they're all going to go. No, I think Master Series is always going to be there.
Right.
I think that's all. They're all. Yeah.
I don't know how many Bones paints you own. I mean, I
own a couple.
I scored the entire set off Amazon for like $70 somehow.
Oh my god. What the hell?
I don't get a real different sense of use. Like I guess the Bones is supposed to be used on top, like they designed it to be used with the Bones miniatures.
Yeah.
I don't get any sense of difference like compared to anything else,
Yeah, it's roughly the same.
Yeah.
It's roughly the same.
Yeah. I'll agree with you that I've been buying up a shit ton of the Pathfinder paints, and they are just incredible.
They're incredible. They're really great.
It's almost to the point where if that line becomes extensive enough in terms of its paint range, I just may say screw it. It just like kind of, as I kind of wear away on my old paint collection, as they kind of go by the wayside and I finish up bottles, I might not bother replacing them. I just might be like, just keep going with the Pathfinder.
Well, Pathfinder, there are some shortfalls in the Pathfinder collection. That I mean, they don't have a nice golden blonde. Number one, it's close. It's a little brighter.
Yeah.
But it's close.
Yeah.
It's just not there. It's kind of lacking on some browns too. Some nice different kinds of browns. But I really hope that they expand the line.
I hope so too.
Or honestly, I kind of want them to, whatever pigments or whatever they're using to get such that people are gonna, this is riot inducing talk here, but I kind of just want them to update the whole MSP line with whatever they're doing to make that saturation come out in the Pathfinder paints. Excuse me.
On Reaper retails for $3.99. Master Series Bones retails for $3.69. 30-cent upcharge for Pathfinder paint. And honestly, I don't know if that 30 cents is going towards the branding or if it's going towards the technique and to create the paints,
Yeah, I think it's going to. I don't know. I think it's probably a little bit of branding, but a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I know Reaper and Pathfinder people they're good friends with one another.
Really?
Yeah, because they have. I mean, they have the Pathfinder miniatures also.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in charge of Reaper right now, I'd be half tempted just to really expand out the Bones line,
Yeah.
Expand out the Pathfinder line, and just make these lines so huge that you could just basically.
Pathfinder paints are top notch, really good. Really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I really hope that they just keep pushing out a lot of paints for Pathfinder,
Yeah, me too. I want more Pathfinder paints. I would start phasing out some of my other colors, like you said, just for some Pathfinder colors, more Pathfinder colors.
I feel like the Pathfinder has an incredible red paint range as well as the purple. I mean,
the red. Yeah.
It has Atlantean violet, but you have Keonian scarlet, you have Sin Spawn pink, Italian white. Those are all really great red colors that are vibrant, and there's red such a hard color to work with,
Oh yeah, the Sienna Scarlet is just so vibrant,
I find myself using a lot of Sin Spawn pink. I've been using it, obviously in the places you'd expect to use it, like in, monsters or in the mouths and stuff like that. But I've been trying to be brave enough to use that as my ultra highlight when it comes to red.
Oh, neat.
I know you taught me that the trick about using a light.
It all depends on the light and that you're in and everything,
So what?
It all depends on the light in which that you're in.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I feel like it's actually a bright enough pink. It's even got a little bit of gray in there. I think it could act like an ultra dot highlight for a red color,
Yeah.
So.
Well, I miss getting on and painting and streaming with you, Justin. I hope we can do that again. I hope living with a girlfriend and going back to work isn't gonna.
No, I did not intend for it to. It would not be a very healthy move for me to abandon everything I enjoy just because two things are changing my life, you know?
Hell yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
Um,
I know what you
yeah,
mean. I ain't trying to give you
I was
shit,
actually,
but you know.
yeah, no. I was actually, while I was away this weekend, I was planning on and looking at
So,
updating my audio and visual rig to kind of help to better my experience with you. You know, 'cause I
yeah,
know
I
last
can
time
show you.
my rig
So
was pretty awful.
I'll show you what I'm using to use my smartphone as a camera, and it's doing the job just fine, man. And you're not gonna have to. You shouldn't have to buy a whole bunch of new stuff, honestly.
Right. You use your camera also for the camera that's on the miniature itself, as far as being able to focus and zoom and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's on. I can focus and zoom on the smartphone. Use it as a controller for the camera.
Wow.
A lot of webcams there, you have a lot of issues with that, actually.
Yeah, I don't feel like a lot of webcams are designed to zoom. They just kind of exist, you know.
Yeah, I'm a webcam.
Right. Yeah, but
I'm for video chat. You know, they're not for, but I mean, I can zoom way the hell up on my stuff. I can,
right.
so like, I can zoom so far in, let me see here, that the only thing in the field of view of the camera is the elf's head, backside of the head, to the
Wow.
to the tip of his fist on the bow.
Wow.
Basically, it's ridiculous. And because this camera is, I mean, you get to see all the how dirty it is, you know. Basically, I can easily see what I had once painted and what was painted over because the coverage is a little bit better now. You know, so I definitely gotta fix the skin and before I'm done with this elf. But yeah, dude, it's holy
That
shit.
sounds pretty awesome.
It's getting, yeah, I mean, the thing is, this particular camera has, you know, is the bomb diggity, straight up.
Yeah.
Because it's got it's 48 megapixel. And so I got to utilize all of that as my webcam, basically.
Do you know what resolution it shoots in? Is it 1080p, 1440?
I'm broadcasting everything in 1080p now. Also, before I was actually I didn't realize it. Now my settings were messed up, and I was broadcasting in 720. Believe it or not.
Oh wow. God.
Yeah.
It's 720, 15 years ago was like the top end shit. And now if you're broadcasting in 720, you might as well be sending out smoke signals to alert the Apache Indians that the cavalry's coming. You know?
Right. Precisely. That's funny. I'm actually the other. You know, I walked away the other day. One, feeling really, really energized from our shooting together, and two, also thinking I need to get a better setup. You know. Yeah, because I'm totally prepared to have guests on to paint with me, and like everything. I'm like I have everything sorted. Everything's sorted now. Not like I said. Now it's just about getting viewers and getting building the community and just paint.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, and that will come with time. You know, I mean,
I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
I think, especially with your move to Twitch, you really create a good infrastructure. You're basically working off the three biggest platforms going right now.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I mean, now it's just about the content, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think by capitalizing on the painting stuff and also playing gaming, I mean, you're really hitting two giant markets there, you know.
Yeah, I think it'll pan out just fine.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For sure.
That's one day you can try and go on Patreon, you know, when you have your fan base.
Yeah, and I mean that's a whole nother thing. I just
Yeah.
you know, I keep it simple a little bit, but that's hard for me to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, trust me, you're speaking to the guy who called you at midnight a week ago in a manic episode talking about how I wanted to get the CNC laser engraving. I know that the mantra of keep it simple, you know?
Yep.
And how hard it is to abide by that.
Sure is, man. Sure is.
Yeah.
I mean, we just get excited is all, you know. I'm the same
I
way.
think that's honestly why I feel like I really, you know, I feel like that's why I really enjoy spending time with you, talking to you, so I feel like we can go jump in those excited moments and we just kind of we're both very big picture thinking people, you know? And we allow our
Can't
minds
help
to
it.
go into those fantastical realms of just like,
Yep.
well, what about this or what about that? Next thing you know, we spent about $1 million worth of imaginary currency building this empire in our heads.
Yeah, there's something wrong with us.
Yeah, a little bit, you know? So, it's all good though, man. It's all good.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Except for that, I just fucked up a little bit. Golden Blonde got away from me.
The Golden Blonde got away from you?
Yeah, it did. Go away. Oh, no. Just splotched it in areas that it shouldn't have been splotched.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. I just fixed it. It's fixed.
So, so you know how I'm a big collector of action figures, right?
Yeah.
And so there's this one toy company out there. I know it's not necessarily your shtick, but I think you can appreciate their philosophy at least a little bit because they're definitely innovative, you know. And I think you can appreciate it. So the company's called Boss Fight Studios. And, there are a whole bunch of ex-Hasbro guys who are designing all these collector lines, create their own company, and they just become enormously popular. One of their shticks is that, you know, all the figures they create are modular, and you can create other figures with them. And then they also sell all their stuff in kind of like solid colors, just as a blank. That way you can buy a blank body in a 4-inch scale.
Dude, sounds familiar.
Yeah, create your own action figure. And so almost everything that they've ever molded or created, you can buy as a blank.
Oh, wow.
You know, create a custom action figure.
Make your own.
So they're really, really big into the customization aspect of things.
Yeah.
To the point where they've been selling these tickets for online painting classes. And so, you know, I bought one. They send you you spend like $40. They send you a whole bunch of their blank accessories.
Oh, neat.
And then they say, okay, so this is the concept that we're going to create, and we're going to teach you how we paint it. And I was more just kind of curious to see, you know, I want to see how this person thinks about painting. I want to see what they do. And I kind of want to see where they're coming out with this, you know?
Right.
The first thing I see this guy do is he's using a dry palette, and he's controlling the water by dipping his brush in the water, and then he's doing exactly what you taught me to do. Which I know is a really rare thing.
In the miniature painting, yeah, but evidently in action figure painting, it's not.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I just feel like the standard is wet palettes and everyone's using all that stuff, you know. But for someone just to, he basically had like his little his mat that he's working on. He threw out some blue painter tape on his mat. He kind of, you know, he dumped a little bit of paint onto his painter tape, and he dipped his brush into the water pot. And he said, yeah, so I'm going to do about this much water, then I'm going to dip it into this, into the paint. And I was like, wow, like, that's such a rare technique you don't see a lot, controlling the water directly on the brush as opposed to it being on the palette,
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
that is neat. Very similar to what I do.
Yeah, there are people out there like you who do that.
I'm not alone. Amazing.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Yeah. So here's my next question. Since you used to go over to the girlfriend's on the weekends, does that mean your weekends are now free?
Yeah, I mean, potentially. Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. It's hard to forecast it and stuff because it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I got you.
But I think the idea we were talking about is that eventually some of that time's gonna go towards her connecting with friends, especially the ones who we haven't been able to hang out with over COVID times.
Yeah.
And now seeing her Sunday through Sunday, it's kind of one of those things where we're going to be judicious with our time together and also time apart with other people and hanging out and being social and stuff like that.
Right.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Well, that's good news.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. There's no impression in my mind whatsoever that it's going to be one of those things where the way of life changes just completely 360 just because.
Yeah. Yeah.
What by the way, did you get that board I sent you in the mail the other day?
I got him. I'm gonna prep him up.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There it is. Everybody else.
It took me a minute to get that damn arm glued in because it's at a weird angle.
I haven't glued it in. I haven't glued anything yet, but yeah, he's ready to go. He'll be your character for the natural one game. Well, maybe it depends how he dies. He might be able to come back as a undead.
We're gonna have to repaint him with bull flesh.
Whatever. Whatever. That's a whatever. Oh, this is looking pretty sick, dude.
Tell you what, a live stream, definitely give me a ring, because I'd like to get these side by side with some of these.
Oh yeah, I was kind of hoping we were gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, yeah. Yeah, we've been at it long enough to where that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
No, I mean, like I said, I've developed the MiniGrinder voice in the back of my head that's always saying, saturation, more colors, clean lines, take your time, be patient,
Yeah.
water control. I have that voice in the back of my head now, and it's really kind of cool. I enjoy that.
Good. It means I'm breaking through.
Yeah, I think my big challenge I'm facing a lot right now, actually, is water control when it comes to creating glazes versus washes. I feel like
Flow improver. It helps. It takes that stuff just takes practice, though.
Mm-hmm. I went so far as to put water into a blank dropper bottle, just so that way I could be a little bit more precise with how many drops of water to paint I'm using,
Oh my gosh. Now that's crazy.
Well, I mean, I felt like that was helpful for me to kind of have a concrete understanding,
Yeah, whatever it takes, honestly.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. No.
For sure.
I've also been experimenting with trying to use different properties of flow improver versus water versus even like Vallejo glaze medium.
Yeah.
Trying to understand, like, which one what are the results of each, and what kind of product do they give you at the end of the day,
Right.
What do you have to feel about that? Do you feel like flow improver versus water?
Everything's got its own sort of properties, and the main thing is that you're consistent with yourself, I think.
Yeah.
That way you can replicate, yeah, rather than just jump around. I think that's what's most important, really.
Yeah, that's what I figured, That's what I figured.
Yeah. But yeah, play with it, though. At the same time, it's also about playing with it.
Playing with,
different stuff. Just different stuff, yeah. Play with it and have fun, and...
Yeah. I've kind of been, I think you can understand this, because you've been doing it a lot longer than I have, and a lot more successfully longer than I have. But I've begun starting picking out miniatures that I feel like push my level of comfort and even my color selection,
Oh yeah, dude. That's really good. You're basically saying, this is something I can do now.
Well, yeah, when I first started out, like fucking 20 years ago in 7th grade or whatever, I was buying the Lord of the Rings High Elf set, which are really cool. I still have them. But I remember, like, I bought them in Orcs. I bought them, like, ad nauseum over and over and over again. Because those were the only ones I knew how to paint,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then one day I learned how to Gray Knights from 40K, and then I started only painting those,
Yeah.
They got it because I think I was just afraid to try anything else,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I just want to, let's see here, take a look here. If you've been watching this whole time, thanks, dudes and dudettes. Just want to throw that out there. Got a couple viewers right now. They come and go.
Yeah.
Make sure you, go ahead.
It's like being in a storefront. You're just kind of sitting there in your store.
Kinda, a little bit.
Kind of stop in, check it out, and walk out for a little bit,
Sometimes, that's kind of how it feels, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like that. It's okay. They'll pick up. They won't be able to ignore me after a while, like I always say.
Yeah. Yeah.
They won't be able to ignore me. We're like, gosh darn, here's this guy again.
Yeah, right?
He's got everything. He pisses me off. I love him.
Oh, man.
Something like that,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't mean to. I don't mean to be like blowing people's like making people feel like they're, because there's a lot of people they look at to see what other people do, and then they get disenchanted with the scope, with what's possible. And for me, it was the other way around. I saw what other people were doing. I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, and I wish I could say that I fell into your camp right away, and I think I didn't, because you and I met, and you spent a lot of time kind of helping me create much more of a positive mindset,
Yeah, that's what's most important.
Yeah, I think that's true for a lot of people. It's like, it's very easy to shit on yourself and feel like you're not good enough, and look at other people's work, and
that's what I do.
So. I think you know, when you get amongst some supportive people, you know, they kind of help breathe the fun and joy back in this hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Just why, you know, Twitch must be such a great tool because you can be
lot of-
part of a community. You know?
Right, yeah. You can build those communities and be part of them, and, you know.
Unfortunately, unlike football or something else, like, I just can't go to my next door neighbor, and, you know, it's like, I was even surprised I found someone like you in my own freaking state, like 2 counties away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we're out there.
So, like,
It's a big I mean, there's a lot of people in this hobby. There's probably somebody right down the street from you, most likely.
It's like, you know, why do they feel like it's so much more harder to find than something, say, like football or cooking,
Well,
or,
because there's more people into that. You know?
Yeah.
This is looking sick. Looking real sick. For real.
I really like I'd really like to see you paint a hex style one of these days, man.
Well, that's gonna happen. I was looking at these stacks over here. I think next week I'm just gonna. I think next week I'm gonna paint a bunch of hex tiles.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow I'll do like a marathon hex tile day or something. Terrain day.
I guess you bring an interesting point that hex tiles are a different animal because once you get started on them, you kind of really can't stop for the sake of consistency.
Kinda, yeah, a little bit.
When you designed those hex tiles, how did you do it in a way that you made sure that all 5 different angles and sides of that tile would line up with any random convenient tile that you put next to it?
What do you mean, as far as like the little details go, or the big details? Big details are easy. So the little details are easy too.
Well, I guess I'm over here thinking, like, I feel like I wouldn't know how to. That'd be a problem for me. Like, how do you make sure that that they fit together? That when you put them side by side, that they don't look completely wonky. You know, like.
I mean, just line them up. You know, I side by. A lot of the details go side to side. The only thing is like details that flow in the middle are stuff like the creeks and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of it just happened, you know, just because of the nature of what it was.
I still don't understand your Colonel Sanders 11 herbs and spices recipe for it, but I guess none of us will ever know. But
I mean, you might whenever I start working on more hex tiles and streaming that work, because I plan on streaming it all. I'll stream my 3D graphic design stuff. I mean the hex tiles work, the terrain work. When I start doing miniatures, I'll stream that. You know, I plan on doing all. But right now it's
absolutely.
You know, right now it's just the miniatures. You know, but I mean, it'll all happen at some point here.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
A lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm super stoked.
I'm glad that, particularly you, these miniatures, in terms of they're also for personal use, but they're an investment. I get what you're saying when it comes to that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of I'm happy that you feel like you're paying stuff that's for you, you know, and that you can use, and that they're part of your game and your world. And
yeah.
Sometimes it's good to kind of keep stuff close to the chest. You know, this one's for me, you know.
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of what's energized me. Again, and also it's helped me push myself harder. I think a lot of people that get caught up with doing like, I don't know, like when you're doing commissions, you're working super fast, and it's, you know, because it's a time thing and this and that.
Yeah.
And that is, at some point in time, commission painting won't ever improve your ability anymore. I feel like at some point in time it encourages you to do better, for sure.
Okay.
But there's going to be a point in time where it's going to go the other way, and it won't allow you to improve because you're crunched by time, you know, and you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose out on money because you spent too long on a miniature. But the thing is how do you really explore your craft under a time crunch? You know? How do you do that?
I mean, unless you're trying to improve your technical skills when it comes to speed painting. But I mean, I have to admit, I never understood the concept of speed painting unless it comes down to like the idea of building an army or table readiness or anything like that. But like, I never saw speed painting being this ultimate virtue that I wanted to achieve, you know?
Huh. I recall making a couple speed painting videos. A lot of that is just about picking your right layers and then going at it, you know?
Yeah, and just calling it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there could be some, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess there are some virtue to speed painting and, like, you know, something that...
Yeah, don't pigeonhole yourself here.
Well, yeah, you're right. I'm not trying to. I guess I'm kind of talking on both sides of my mouth, you know. It's probably the... I was talking with a friend of mine who was a PA, and he has a really funny saying. He calls it painting through the ugly. You know, there's like this period that you're painting something, and you're just like, I don't know if this is working. A lot of these things are coming together. You're still like 20% of the way through the damn thing, you know?
Yeah.
And he says you just paint through the ugly, because when you get to that 60-70% margin of that miniature, you're like, wow, okay, finally, I see this is all coming together a lot better now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But then there's this point at the 90% done rate point where like you just never want, you just won't die. Like you just keep coming back to it, you keep doing more. And
that's where I get stuck.
Right, yeah, exactly. And then you're the one who counseled me by saying, you know, just move on. You know, just call it a day, enjoy it, let it rest, let it die. I think that's probably one of the big virtues of speed painting that I can think about. Like,
yeah,
you do it, you allow yourself to do it within a certain time, and after that time, it's done, and it creates a learned acceptance, right?
Right. God damn. This is getting sick, dude. It's getting sick. It's getting pretty freaking sick over here.
I wish I could see it.
Yeah, I wish you could too.
I still can't believe you pulled off that drow skin tone, which I don't know if it was intentional or not. It was just the purple.
It was actually not totally drow intentional. It was actually he's supposed to look slightly more pale, but it ended up becoming drow, and I just went with it. I said that's okay. You know.
Still, I mean, you take that drow skin tone, and then you wrap it in all that purple, and it blows my mind that you're able to kind of like get away with it in a way that doesn't feel like it's over purpley, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's not, the purple's not all over the piece. It's just in sort of its own sort of section, you know?
Right, yeah.
So.
Right.
But, and it's not like near the skin either too much. I made sure, one of the ways that I did is I made sure the light tapered off at sort of the skin, at the head level. And that was
Yeah.
kind of like, that was the main thing. Now, I use some artistic license for the rest of it, but honestly, oh man, I'm gonna expand on this firelight stuff that's around there, mixing in with the purple area and whatnot. So this guy is not done. I got more to do, but what I plan to do today with him is done. So I think it's time to take a break, possibly here. Wrap it up. I am gonna wrap it up for the YouTube right now. So let me do that real quick.
All right.
All right, people, don't be dicks. All right, see you later. Have a fun day. Nobody's watching anyway, so it's okay. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Yada yada yada.